Hello everyone and welcome to the new video. Evil here, and today I have prepared introduction from my side at least the new, or should I say the actual current Mikrotik products, the hAP ax² or how the Mikrotik call it C52HAXD2HAXDTC. So I bought two of these units. Yes, as almost everything on my channel, as you see, I bought it. I bought two of these units to replace my hAP AC2, which I'm a big fan of. And that's one of my most deployed Mikrotik devices currently. And since it's been actually a few months since I bought this, since then I even deployed like 20 of these hAP ax². So I can tell you that this is a great product, but let me talk a little bit about some hardware specs before I unbox it. So what we have here is the ARM 64-bit CPU. That's IPQ 6010. It's a quad core that's running on 864 megahertz. It features router OS level 4 paired with 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is quite a lot for this device. Remember, hAP AC2 had only 256 megabytes, and yes, I am correct when I say 256, because a lot of models did came with 256 megabytes instead of 128 like they mentioned on the website. But nevertheless, we also have here 128 megabytes of storage, which is good. And yeah, the listed price is $99, which is great. And let me unbox one of these units. I'll remove the another. There is a reason why I put okay, we have the standard Mikrotik box, but I will not bother you with that. We have some starter manual. We do have instructions for the mount. I would like to mention that not only the mount, but the case size and shape is exactly the same as hAP AC2. So if you are replacing AC2 with the ax², that's straightforward replacement, at least from the mounting side. So yeah, we have standard Mikrotik adapter. Power adapter is, let me see the specs. So we have 24 volts with 1.2 amps. That's 28.8 watts. So a little bit bumped from the old ones. We have K47 mount kit. So yeah, just like before, you can mount it. We have the device itself. We will look at just in a moment. And we have that standard mount that I mentioned. So exactly the same like on the AC2. Exactly the same. Same size, same shape, exactly same. Nothing changed. And I'm quite a fan of that, because I do not like when vendors change their mounts for absolutely no reason. And you can see same mount, two holes, easy to mount. Yeah, absolutely perfection from the Mikrotik side. Let's remove the box, and I must say that this unit, before we take a look, when you first grab it in the hands, it's quite heavy unit, and as you can see, it's full of ventilation holes, and that's not without a reason. That reason is quite great. So when we take a look from the outside, except those fancy ventilation holes. You can see that we have DC input rated to the from 12 to the 28 volts. We have a reset button. We have power LED, user LED, PoE out LED. So yeah, the first port is both in and out, which is great. And we have the 5 gigabit ports. On the side we have the mode button. Underneath there is nothing except the mount. From the front we have 5 LEDs just like in AC2, all the different design. We also have a lot of ventilation holes underneath, and more ventilation holes and mount. And that's about it from this physical standpoint. Let me use the mount. So easy to mount, yeah. And also now I need to talk a little bit about wireless capabilities of this device. Why it's so different than its predecessor. So we have dual chains on both 5 and 2.4 gigahertz. The 5 gigahertz maximum data rate is 1200 megabits per second. It supports 802.11a and AC and AX, which is great. Antenna gain in dBi for the 5 GHz is 4 dBis, and the chip model is QNC5052. For the 2.4 GHz we have the maximum data rate of 574 megabits per second, also dual chain as I mentioned, 802.11 BGN and AX. Antenna gain for the 2.4 GHz is 4.5 dBis, and the chip model is QCN5022. So the Wi-Fi speed, as Mikrotik states, is ax². As already mentioned, we have 5 gigabit ports. So first port is both PoE in and out, which is great. And I'd like to mention that this is passive PoE, so not the 48 volts like in standard PoE. But the maximum power consumption without attachments is 12 watts or 27 watts if there is also additional devices attached to this. So the maximum total out on the PoE out is 0.6 amps, 600 milliamps. Total output power is 16.8 watts. And that's all about specs. But why did I show you the second unit? Because now I'm going to do something that I did not do with hAP AC2, and that's I'm going to disassemble this unit to show you why there is so many ventilation holes, and to showcase you, sorry, just need to, I have iFixit kit, so yeah, that's not sponsored also. I'd like to show you what inside does look like. We have Torx screws, 2 Torx screws that I will remove. Just give me a second until I find the right attachment, and I did find it from the first try. So you remove these 2 screws. It's not actually an easy task because these are screwed into the plastic. So 1 and 2. Okay, now let's try to. Okay, it slipped right out. You can see the case itself, just a shell. It's a nice design nevertheless, and lots of ventilation holes. And this is the reason. And my friends, take a look at this. This is beautiful. I mean, such a great engineering for the cooling standpoint, and that's a lot of horsepower. Don't forget that. Unfortunately, there is old Mikrotik logo, not the new one, but still, this is quite a nice unit to to look at. And also this surrounding area with the ports, this is also the metal. There is just a plastic sticker over the top. I was quite actually disappointed when I saw this sticker, because at first time I believe that the back was plastic, so why did I put the plastic sticker on top of it? But when I disassemble it, so yeah, this is beautiful. Let's take a look at the PCB at the back. You can see the antennas. So these are antennas. And they did create this crazy heatsink. This is all aluminum, all metal. There was no skimping on this. So yeah, Mikrotik did great thing with this device, and I'm quite pleased with it. I don't know what to tell more about this, except yeah, such a wonderful device. The price, I don't know. From my standpoint, I remember when I bought the hAP AC2. That was the great price. That was excellent price. That was like basically ultra cheap from what that device offered. When I take a look at this device is such a marvelous engineering that I need to say it's worth every cent. But from engineering, at least from the network engineer perspective, I would wish that it offered a little bit more. The ax² has 2.5 gigabit port. I would like to see this port on this ax². That would be great. And if ax³ actually had 10 gigabit, like SAP Plus cage, that would be marvelous. I know that there will be more devices in the line. I know that we need to wait for the hAP line, so we will probably see hAP ax with the 2.5 gigabit, and that we will probably see hAP ax² with 10 gigabit. And that is probably what the future will bring from the Mikrotik, at least from the ax family. This is great. I'm quite enjoying this device, and I'd like to mention that I did test this. This is not the first time that I actually used these devices before, just reboxed for this video. I was able to achieve 900 megabits with my cell phone. So yeah, the performance claims, at least in the regular house, I mean with all the stuff that you have around, it does actually drop if you're far away from the this router or access point, call it whatever you want. But the performance is here. It's not a lie. I have 1 gigabit connection to my house, and I was able to achieve over 900 megabits per second on speed test on the lousy few-year-old cell phone. That's something, you know. That's real performance. That's not a gimmick. Okay, the theoretical performance is something totally else, but the realistic performance, the real performance, it's here. This device does offer it. This device works, and yeah, I mean, also the CPU that's in here, the amount of RAM. This is great. I mean, congratulations, Mikrotik. This is your new hit. I can wait to see more. So that's all from me from this video. Let's welcome to new Mikrotik devices in the future, and so stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. You will sign out.